Have you seen that replay, buddy?
All right, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Damon! 60 G's, baby!
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we are back with another episode of Dust Up Shakedown, episode 70. By the way, it's a mad one, man. I didn't know we've racked up that many episodes, bro. You know what I mean? But thank you to every single one of you that always pull up, that always bring us back to make this show. And joining me to break all of that down today is my bro, Sterling, from across the pond over there, man. How you doing, my brother?
Bro, I've missed Dust Up Shakedown, man. I've missed Wednesday with the boys. Haven't been on in a couple weeks. Life's been crazy. We had some fights that we had to get to, but good to see the boys here. Glad to see Yao at the bottom, and always glad to see the boy Ola. Happy late birthday,
man. Big
bro.
up, man. Yeah, man. Thank you very much, my bro. Big up yourself. Thank you very much for that. And Yao, as you always say, every Wednesday, man, you have that pre-pod sleep before you pull up, man. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing okay. I have a little bit of a summer flu, the worst kind of flu, but other than that, I'm doing amazing.
Yeah, well, ain't winter finished down your side? Of you done with winter now, right?
We're done long time ago, so this is not cool because it's hot. Like, it's really hot. Now I'm sitting here with the flu.
Bro, you are taking a piss. We are down to 3 degrees, 2 degrees over here in the UK.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild. Only a few months ago, while it was in summer, I see you guys putting on woolly hats and, you know what I mean, wearing your winter jackets and that. And now life is good again over there in South Africa.
Yeah. Life is good in sunny South Africa.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Big up to everybody that's rolling in right now. Every single one of you that's rolling in. Please make sure you're following these guys. Make sure you're following Head Kick Pod. Kick him in the head. And you go over there to S-Dogs MMA as well. He's putting in work. He's putting in content over there. Go check out Making the Walk. Go check out the Rambling Dad, the new dad, the Rambling Dad. You can go over there and support their work, man. Big up to every single one of these guys. And yes, MMA Anomaly. Don't forget that crossover. What are we talking about? There's enough of these guys that, you know what I mean, that we're collaborating right now. We're putting in work together, man. Make sure you go and check out all of these guys on their platform and support what they are doing. Bro, I mean, this past week, a lot's gone on. In 309, we've done a recap. We've done an EFC recap. We've done a recap on your channel. If people haven't seen the recap, jump on S-Dogs MMA. EFC 119 recap, we did that on Head Kick Pop yesterday. So in the world of MMA last week, there's plenty that's gone on. And on top of that, we saw Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. They posted some big numbers over there on Netflix, some real numbers. Apparently, two guys paid $2 million for ringside seats. Did you guys hear about that? I'm going to find out and send it to you. $2 million for ringside seats. I was like, whoa, like what? To see what? You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. But we've just recently seen Jon Jones, you know, with the card that he's just been in, obviously beating Stipe, and the whole of the build-up was how he wasn't going to give Tom Aspinall, any chance over there. And before we get into that, I got a clip, but then I saw your message in the chat today, Sterling. You know, I want you to delve in just a little bit more into that as well. You know what I mean, with the Maccabees thing and all of that, man. If you don't mind touching on it still. But before we get to all of that, man, let me hit this clip right here. And shout out to MMA Zone, MMA World, and MMA News Today. We're collecting the clips from these guys. So I gotta give them the credit before we use their clip. So big up to those guys, MMA Zone, MMA World, and MMA News Today. Big up to them. Here we go.
I think he secretly wants it.
You do? Why?
Because he has a gigantic ego. And he should have. He should have. Because he's one of the best fighters ever. And he hates the fact that people are saying that I can beat him. He can't sleep at night. He doesn't, all this stuff, he keeps mentioning it over and over again, that he doesn't care about me, he thinks he's above me and all that. Because this is all projecting. It's all projecting, man. All of it. And he knows, deep down, he knows. And he just has to keep saying it because he's got to defend himself.
So people, looking at that clip there, I want to come to you first, Yao, because like I said, I'm going to come to Sterling just after this one. But Yao, obviously you was on the back end of that live stream with us where you watched Jones and Stipe. But the whole build up, we knew Jones was talking about how he was never going to give Tom the chance to fight him. But now you hear Tom saying, yeah, deep down in his mind, you know he wants that fight. What are you making of this whole turnaround now? That it's not looking like this thing might happen.
Firstly, I want to say shout out to Daniel Cormier. He was in the corner of that picture where Jones was shaking Tom's hand because for him,
God.
Jones just keeps winning and winning and winning. But once again, to Daniel Cormier, who said, I think that Jones is making sure that when he fights Aspinall, it's for the biggest purse that he can get. Because if you look at the build-up to this fight, Jones didn't talk about Stipe at all. He didn't mention Stipe. He just was only addressing Tom, which is technically building up to Tom's fight. So I don't think he was ducking Tom. I think he's securing the bag. So yes, let's keep calling him a duck, quack, 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 sure. But the quack, quack, quack duck is going to get paid big. That's really what it is for me. I don't really have an issue with anything he said about Tom, although he has said that Tom's annoying, which I can get. If you're the GOAT and this dude is just chirping, whereas you know you're going to give him the fight because he's the interim champion, I'd also find him annoying. So, you know, that's how I feel. So, yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that fight happening. I think Jones will definitely give him the fight because he has to give him the fight, but he's making sure it's the biggest purse that he can get.
Yeah, 100%. And why not? Why not? For everything is done in the sport, for everything is achieved. Yeah, he's got a little asterisk, you know, next to his name, you know. So are some of the greats that, you know, the Anderson Silvers of this world that we look up to, you know. But yeah, Jon Jones is just a difference. He's a different kind of guy with like I said, with what is achieved in the game. But Sterling, you have a different perspective to everything that's been going on between Jones and Tom, and obviously Stipe is now out of the equation. But there's some other situations that's bugging you about this whole Tom Aspinall, Jon Jones situation. I talk to people. Talk to the people, Sterling. You have the floor. You talk to the people.
Brother, I had to unfollow Michael the Count Bisping on all social media platforms today. I could not take it, bro. The way this man deep throats Tom Aspinall is embarrassing as a grown man. The first 3 years of it and it being every day, I was like letting it slide. Like, okay, sometimes he doesn't do it, but god damn, bro. Since he fought Curtis Blades in Manchester, it's been non-fucking stop. And then this whole week it was non-stop. And it's going to continue, bro. I'm honestly a little tired of, honestly, everyone on Tom Aspinall's nuts right now. I get it. He's the guy right now. Everyone is mentioning Jon Jones ducking him. Everyone has the same exact takes. He's super fast. He's young. We never seen nothing like him at heavyweight. Let's just all fucking Wait till he's scheduled to fight, but we just talk about it for the next year again.
Can I ask you one quick question?
Go ahead.
Did you unfollow McDane, or was you disclosed to it?
Nah, the only reason I stayed following McDane is because Bisping blew my boy off. So I was like, okay, McDane knows the hatred I have for Bisping now, and I share it with him. So I'm rocking with the rambling dad.
Yeah, I hear you. Continue on the Jones and Aspinall thing. I mean,
it's just annoying, brother. Like, it's nonstop. We've been seeing it so much lately, and I thought maybe it'd die down a little bit after UFC 309. I mean, boys, we're Wednesday. We're almost up to this. There's an amazing fight card this Saturday, and UFC 310 is right around the corner, and we're still going to be talking about Aspinall and Jon Jones.
Yeah, bro. I mean, they're the ones that are making the news. They're the ones that they're in the news right now, and exactly like you said, what you thought, you know what? Once this 309 card passes, that whole story is gonna die down. But like Yao said, Jones spent the whole of 309 building up the Aspinall fight without even acknowledging Stipe. So he knew what was coming down the line because it was the biggest payday. And the more we talk about it, the more interest it garners. And that's how Jones gets paid. So if you want Jones to get paid, you better talk about that shit, bro. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
Talking about it. You know what I mean? If you want Jones to get paid, and for me, I think he deserves it. He definitely deserves it for all of his accomplishments, at least inside the octagon. What he's doing is crazy. And towards the back end of that clip as well, you could see there was a saying that there was a caption there that said Aljamain Sterling. So I don't know what you guys thought about this as well, especially during the fight with Stipe. Sterling thought Jones could have got Stipe out there in the first round, but he was kind of playing with his food. And then went to elaborate by saying Jones wanted to see what it'd be like when he's fighting Aspinall and he's getting into them deeper rounds, into them later rounds. He wants to see what it really feels like, right? That's what Sterling was, Aljamain Sterling was alluding to. What do you think about that, yeah?
I don't entirely agree. I think Stipe is just resilient. He was taking the beating. And remember, we said it on Live Watch, with the way Jones was going to the body, 2 more shots.
Yeah,
and
you
Stipe
said
was
two.
down.
You said 2 more. You said 2 more.
And it was 1.
When he took 1, you called it.
So I think with all the work that he put in, he wasn't maybe trying to knock out Stipe. Maybe he was looking at a bit more body work, but I wouldn't say he could have gotten him out because if he wanted to, he would have. We saw what he did against Cyril Gane. I don't think Jones is the type of fighter that would try and spar at the level of a title. He's there to win the title no matter what. So unless Aljamain goes out there not to win fights, is he trying to tell us something? I don't know. But I don't think Jon Jones would have done that. I think he was fighting the fight that he was fighting, and he won the way he wanted to win.
For me, that was an impressive win. I mean, I said that, and I know I shouldn't have said when I went. Hey, Sterling, I went back and looked back at your show, bro, and on the recap, I took a shot at Shevchenko, bro. You know what I mean? I love Shevchenko, but I was wilding out, bro. I've had some sambucas, I've been on some whiskeys.
Nah, dude, we need that Ola every week. Nah, bro, I need that Ola every single episode.
I was moving wild on that show, bro.
Woo, bro, when you joined, the way you joined in was fucking hilarious, and then stayed for the rest of the show with that type of energy, dude. It was amazing, bro. You need to come off like that type of energy more often.
I couldn't believe I took a shot at Shevchenko like that. But when in the cold light of day, in the cold light of day, you know what I mean? Jones pulled off what Shevchenko couldn't pull off, and Grasso jumped on it. There you go.
Yeah. Shout out Lala right there.
That's Lala. Big up yourself.
Y'all killed it on that, brother. If you even hear Jones talk about it in the post fight, he said his plan was to dig to the body a little bit more with boxing. But when he said he caught a couple of Stipe's rights or even just the punches that kind of glazed him, Jones even said himself, like, I can't get caught with that again. And then, like y'all said, the resilience of Stipe is insane. That dude eats shit like nobody I've ever seen in heavyweight before. Like, people think about the Francis knockout, but you also got to think about the first time he fought Francis and everybody he's fought, bro, like that. So, and Jon Jones doesn't hit that hard. And you saw Stipe's face at the end. So, I think it was just a lot of resilience to Stipe being a Croatian zombie. That's what I think, brother.
Bro, that was a fabulous shot there by Jones, man. To finish a fight like that was stunning. That was stunning. And let's stay on the topic of Jones there, but it was another brother talking about this, and this is hearing stories and hearing all these gym stories and stuff like that, man. But here is a clip from our boy Frivola.
I went to Jackson Wink once. Like, I think I was 1-0 as a pro, and I was standing at the dorms and just talking to the guys, and Jon Jones was always there. And they told me back in the day that Jon Jones used to take dick pills and then go to like the wrestling practice and just wrestle with the fucking hard on them. And I was like, what the fuck? He's fucking crazy. And then a couple years later,
he gets popped.
He starts saying, yeah, he pops hot. And he said, I took the dick pills. So he was like,
well, that
backs him up.
Yeah,
I know. So I guess
it almost does.
His name might be clear. Built on the dick pills. He's a weirdo,
but his name might be clear.
Bro, I know they call Jones the GOAT, but he really the dirty GOAT today. Like he's really a Billy dirty GOAT, man. Like, how's this guy taking fucking blue pills then going to wrestling practice? You said, I remember somebody saying, I'd rather take a bullet than an iPhone because of the intimacy. You remember that, Sterling? I'm coming to you with this one. Like, you go to wrestling practice, you like, what would you do if one of your sparring partners just pulled up in the gym, ready to wrestle with a full hard on from a dick pill, like Jon Jones be doing it?
First of all, let me just say, Ola has the memory of an elephant. The fact that you remembered, you just brought me back to that moment. I was like, at first I was like, who would say that? And then I was like, oh, motherfucker. So Ola has the memory of a fucking elephant.
Oh, wow.
And then, honestly, brother, Jon Jones is a freaky ass goat. That is a weird move. That's a weird move to do. So I guess it does kind of clear his name, like Robbie was saying. But, bro, I don't know what the fuck I would do. Imagine if it's Jon Jones too. Like, what do you like, bro? Fuck.
Like, what do you do though? You know what I mean? You turn off for practice. You're ready to wrestle, and then Jon Jones, like Jon Jones pulls up. He pulls up on you and says, "Yeah, let's wrestle. Let's wrestle."
Dude,
look, I don't know what I'd do. They call it rolling. Yeah, no, I wouldn't roll. It'll be tough because you've got this big dude on you and this hard thing just poking you the whole time in all kinds of places. I mean, I've seen him rolling with Gordon Ryan. I wonder if he had the dick pills before he rolled with Gordon Ryan. I mean, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
interesting is a good way to put it, Yao.
Yeah,
interesting is a very nice way to put it,
bro.
It's very like almost gay. Isn't it almost leaning towards like a little gay?
Listen, I got nothing against gay people. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying it.
Community, do your thing. Shout out to you lot. You know what I mean? We're just talking about Jones here and what Jones is doing to fuck people up. Like,
it's crazy, bro.
Because I swear to God, nobody will even. You know what? I think the days that Jones do that, he is in no mood to spar. And when he turns up at the gym,
dude.
everybody runs the other fucking way, and he ends up going back home. He's in no mood to do shit. So whenever he wants to miss gym days, turn up to the gym like that and watch everybody run the fuck away from you.
Bro.
I think he would do good at a Diddy party. He definitely would.
Bro. Jon Jones would
what makes you think he ain't been? What makes you think he ain't never been?
Right there.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my days. All right. Moving along swiftly. Shout out to the boy Frivola, carrying the news from one gossip to the other. Yeah, big up yourself, Frivola, man. Shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? Steamroller. Let's get on to this one here. This is one that we've kind of spoke about on the recap. We spoke about this on the recap. And DC has been catching a lot of strays lately. You know what I mean? But this is another one that we are about to watch. Stay with us, people. Let's get it.
From over the weekend. Yet, despite having swept Paul Craig on the judges' scorecards, not everyone was impressed by his performance. This includes former UFC heavyweight champion and current commentator Daniel Cormier, who stated that Bo isn't ready for someone like Khamzat Chimaev. Speaking with Errol Hawani, Bo shared his thoughts.
When I watched the fight back, something that was a little disappointing was the commentary and just kind of hearing the way that they were looking at the fight, and it made me feel like they didn't really know what was going on as much, because anybody that I've talked to that are people that I trust and know shoot straight with me, they're like, dude, you like shut that guy out. Domination. It was a flawless victory. And to hear things like, you know, DC say, oh, he's not ready for Khamzat. And I think he was kind of trying to like be respectful, but also trying to like, I don't know, maybe like set me down a peg. It was just weird to hear. But I just feel like the people that I know that are in my corner who would give me honest, genuine feedback, they're very happy with the victory. I was very happy with the victory. And so that's what I really care about at the end of the day. But it was a little disappointing to hear some of those comments from people that I respect a lot.
Okay, Yao, I'm going to come to you first, Yao, on this one. From a fan's point of view, then I'll get a fighter's point of view from Sterling. But from a fan's point of view, you listening to the commentary and you hear DC saying these sort of things. He said about Joaquin Buckley. We've seen Joaquin Buckley pull up on him on that. We've seen Phil Hawes also have the same sort of reaction towards DC. And now we're hearing Bo Nickal say the same thing. Is DC damned if it do? Is it damned if it don't? Like, talk to me. Big up Aussie Fight fan as well. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, my bro. Big up yourself. Brother. Yeah.
I think it kind of goes to what you said on the EFC 119 recap show, where the scorecards for the Balelo versus Machivani fight, one judge scored it in a way that didn't really represent the way the fight went. It was too much of a gap. And what you said is, when you hear these sorts of things or you see a scorecard like that, it makes you wonder about how you actually fought, which might not necessarily be how you actually fought. So they're right to come for him to say, okay, well, look, I don't like what you said, but at the end of the day, it's the opinion of one person. It's not necessarily how you fought. And if you fought the fight that you went out to fight and you won the fight in the way you wanted to, so what if they're saying what they're saying? But with regards to Bo Nickal, very specifically, yes, he's not ready for Khamzat. If you look at who he's beaten, he's not exactly ready for your top 10. I mean, he's now beaten Paul Craig. He beat Cody Brandage, Val Woodburn in short notice, Jamie Pickett, Donovan B. I mean, if he wants DC to respect him and say, you're ready for Khamzat, then he needs to be putting in those kinds of performances consistently against big names. He's only now gotten a really big name in Paul Craig. So for him to be complaining, honestly, that's some Dana privilege there for me. He's already been given a fast track to the top, and now he's whining about the fact that oh, DC didn't really call my fight in the way I like. Come on, just fight your fight. Stop complaining. Stop whinging. Get to the top, and that's what you're there to do. Talk about the guys you need to fight. Leave the commentators alone. They're doing their job, and they have their opinions. So I think, sure, you can call out the commentators, but really, as a fighter, do your job, keep winning, get the wins, and then shut them up that way.
Yes, sir. I totally agree with you on that one. I big up everybody that's been rolling in the comment. Make sure you're driving the likes of people, and make sure you're following the guys on the panel, Head Kick Pod, S-Dogs MMA. Make sure you're going to show those guys some love over there on their channel. Big up to every single one of you. Now, yeah, I hear what you're saying. And with Bo Nickal, and from what we just seen there in the clip there, to me, it seems like he wanted some love from the commentary table. You know what I mean? And he did feel, like he said, he felt he got knocked down the field peg or knocked down the peg. You know what I mean? But bro, you made Paul Craig look good striking, bro. Like, what did you want the commentary team to say? Anyone that makes Paul Craig look good striking, bro, they're like, that's on you. That's on you. And sometimes hearing those hard truths, you should use it as a motivational tool. Sometimes, a fire in the belly, if you like, to try and at least get you to level up or get to that next level. But I don't think, coming at DC was the right thing to do there. But as a fighter, from a fighter's perspective, I know you are sensitive about your craft. I know you are sensitive about what y'all do. You put in all the man hours, and then some guy on the commentary just wants to talk shit. Just wants to talk shit on the internet about it. But what's your take on how Bo Nickal is feeling there, and how he's feeling knocked down the peg? And do you think he feels he deserved a lot more credit than it was being offered to by the commentary?
Here's my thing, bro. They've hyped you up way more than they should have. You were on the main event of UFC 300. Let's not forget that, boys. This motherfucker versus Cody Brundage was the first fight of the main event on UFC 300, and there was absolute Yuri Prohaska versus Alex was on the fucking Alex Rakic on the prelim. That was insane to me. You know what I'm saying? And then they go, well, here you go, motherfucker. That fight sucked. We're gonna give you a winnable fight with Paul Craig, and we don't want you to stand and bang with this motherfucker and have amateur striking. I can go down the fucking gym and watch 12-year-olds strike better than that at an amateur boxing event. We didn't put y'all together for that. We put y'all together because you're this American wrestler who dominates motherfuckers right in the first round. You need to go put it on Paul Craig. You need to go see what that triangle's about. Get in his guard. Fuck him up with elbows. Make him your bitch. Instead, you stood with Paul Craig and you showed us that your striking is dog shit. Bro, those overhead are terrible. The way he's trying to blend this shit is not good. And Paul Craig is no fucking means a Golden Glove boxers by any fucking chance, all right? I'm surprised Paul Craig get pulled guard more often. So they've been giving you way too much fucking hype. Way too much hype. And everyone wants him to fight these top 10 dudes. He will get fucked up. Remember that Hamzat talk where he was like, I think Hamzat would be surprised. Nah, motherfucker. I think you'd be surprised. So I think they need to get this dude back lower on the fucking prelims. Maybe not the first fight of the night, but headline the prelims. Maybe second fight away from the main card. You're not a fucking main card guy yet, brother. You can't dominate these dudes yet. And what do y'all see next for him? You know what I'm saying? If he fights somebody like a Brendan Allen or Marvin Vettori, he'll get fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it, bro. I'm a little over this motherfucker, and the fact that he's bitching and crying about the commentary team talking about him after. Dude, you had one of the worst fights of the night. Your fight fucking sucked. The fight before you was the bitches fight that I told Ola and them we were gonna not notice nothing until the decision.
That was a dope
fight. We did. That was a dope fight. That was a dope fight. If you're fucking blind, that fight still sucked. Yeah. So you get to that fight, and then we get to you, the fight before the co-main and the main. That's usually a spot for like Chandler Gaethje, Holloway Gaethje, a spot for motherfuckers. Not your bitch ass to come out there and put that shit together. So that's my long take on it, brother, and that's what I think.
No, I love it. It's one of those where you think to yourself, like, is DC really wrong saying that you're not ready for Chimaev? Because you're not ready for Chimaev. What I mean, y'all just listed the level of competition that Bo Nickal's faced, right? Y'all just put that list out there, and then we'll go and look at the list of the fighters, the level of fighters, the tier of fighters that Chimaev is faced and beat. It's night and day. It's night and day, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and Chimaev is up there fighting the likes of former champion Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, who's been in title fights. Like, the level of fighters he's fighting is different to the level of fighters that Bo Nickal's fighting. So to say to me, as far as I'm concerned, DC saying he's not ready for Chimaev, he's right. He's right.
Real quick, Ola.
Yeah, please.
What do you so you remember when Hamzat fought Kevin Holland on a fucking 8-hour notice? What do you think Pfeiffer? What do you think Bo Nickal and Kevin Holland do? You know what I'm saying? On a 6-week camp. I guarantee you doesn't finish Kevin Holland in the first 2 rounds with a 6-week camp. Hamzat took that fight on 8-hour notice and fucked Kevin Holland up in the first 2 minutes. And Kevin Holland's a motherfucker.
Made quick work of him.
Bro. What do you think? What do you think? Bo Nickal and how Robert Whittaker go? You know what I'm saying? He's not breaking Robert Whittaker's fucking jaw and with a grip. Like, it's different, bro.
You're right.
You get fucked up, homeboy.
You're right. He just needs to he needs to chill out. Take what fights they give him. You know what I mean? Keep building your name. You ain't lost yet. You know what I mean? But keep building your name and see where you end up. For me, I keep saying it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see one of him up. I want to see one of him up. I want to see him and Pfeiffer in the cage. I want to see them two.
Great, bro. That's a great next fight.
I don't see any other fight for these two at this point. You know, because what they did with Chimaev and Rakhmonov, right? I thought that's what they were going to do with Pfeiffer and Bo Nickal. They were going to let these two keep going, but avoid, you know what I mean? Avoid them matching up. Because we haven't seen, that's the one, if there's one fight that if anyone says to me today, you got the power of a matchmaker today, one fight you can make today, make it happen. It'll be Rakhmonov versus Chimaev. I've been wanting to see that fight for such a long time, bro. Really, I've been crying for that fight. Anyone that knows me, if there's one fight that I could put together, they say, yeah, you have the power to put one fight together. That's the fight that I want to see. And I've been wanting that fight for a long time. But the UFC, they've done so well to keep those two apart because they know at some point, eventually, they're going to meet at the top. So, and I thought that was what they were going to try and do with Pfeiffer and Bo Nickal, but it don't look like that trajectory is looking nice for those guys right now. So I say, you know what? Put us out of our misery. Get them to in the cage now. You know what I mean? Stop making us wait for that bullshit. Get them to the cage now, man. That's what I say. Big up to everybody that stayed with us so far, man. Salute to every single one of you. We've got one more clip to hit. And this one here, I keep saying I don't want to see any more of our guys there, but they keep fucking doing it. But if Mr. John Fury himself don't insert himself in drama, it's not a proper press. It's not a proper press conference, man. You know what I mean? Check this out, people. Check this out.
Darren Till threatens Tommy Fury with MMA in boxing match. Back when Conor McGregor was set to fight Floyd Mayweather, some combat sports fans thought it would be hilarious if McGregor wound up taking Mayweather down, or decided to throw a kick. Even though McGregor didn't throw caution to the wind and unload on Mayweather with MMA techniques, Darren Till might kick Tommy Fury come January 18th. During Tuesday's press conference, Till told Fury that if he can't beat him, he'll just fire off a head kick. At the end of the day, if I can't beat you, I'll just kick you in the face in there. How about that? If I'm losing the fight, I will kick you straight in the face. You won't know what hit you. When Tommy Fury said that if Till kicked him in the face, they'd be involved in a real fight, Till seemed completely unfazed, saying that if they got in a real fight, then as an MMA fighter, he'd win. Later during the press conference, Tommy Fury's dad, Big John Fury, started a scuffle by throwing water on Till from across the table, forcing security to get involved. Even though the fight isn't until January 18th, fans are already concerned about Till's physique after seeing a clip of him shadowboxing for the camera.
I mean, we'll come to Till's physique in a minute, man. You know what I mean? We'll come to that in a second. But Sterling, I'm going to come to you first with this topic here. I mean, what do you make of Till saying, hey, listen, if I feel like I'm losing that fight, you know, I'm firing that head kick straight on your head. And it could be over for you right there. I mean, what do you think to that? Number one, is this something that you'd encourage more MMA fighters to do? Like I keep saying, stop going over there. Get them over here, but they keep going over there. And I think it's for the bag. The bag must be good. But if the bag's that good, number two, why fire a head kick? Do you still get paid? Do you lose your purse? Like, bro, talk to me.
I got you. So first of all, Till would be the type of motherfucker to do that too. Let's be real. If it got to, because let's be real, boys, this is going to be probably a 6-round fight. This is going to be some stupid exhibition rule. This will be a 6-round fight. So let's say it gets to the 6th round. Till, I could see Till fucking around throwing a head kick, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. But here's the thing. Everyone thinks a boxer's going to do that. They thought Woodley was going to do that against Paul. They thought Nate was going to try something. Connor, Dylan Dennis versus Logan Paul, which he did at the end, but it was just so trash. Till would be the type of motherfucker to just launch that head kick. And I hope he does it. Because y'all know how I feel about boxers. Y'all know how I feel about boxers. And Ola, you're hitting it right on the head. Why the fuck do we keep going over there? I know we get so much money for it. I get that's the main reason. But, bro, get one of these pussies to step into a fucking octagon. Like, before we do another, like, please, bro. James Toney's the only dude to have nuts enough to do it, and he got dealt the fuck up with. And everybody in the boxing community since then watches that video and goes, do not do that shit. They know what the fuck that shit is, bro. But they want everybody to come over there. And you see when he says it to Tommy, Tommy doesn't even chat shit back. Like, nah, I'd fuck you up, bro. He goes, well, this is boxing, so you're not allowed to do something like that. This is a different sport. And I let you know, these motherfuckers are pussy. And they're not really about that life. Because if it was an MMA fight, Tommy would not be taking this fucking fight, and his dad wouldn't be acting like a fucking 12-year-old.
No man alive.
No man alive, baby.
I hope
no man alive.
That one there, my day.
No man alive.
But when you say, I mean, did you just say John Fury was acting like a 12-year-old? Like, this is John Fury, bro. Like, John Fury loves the drama. Yeah, let me come to you on this one. John Fury feeds on the drama, and him hearing another fighter that's supposed to have signed a bout agreement threatening his son with a head kick during the fucking fight. He's thinking, no, you're about to get this work, man. I'm gonna give you this one. What do you think about John Fury and the whole, especially everybody on the press conference table as well? Shout out to Ben Davis, KSI on there as well. You know, I mean, all these guys, they're on there catching jokes, trying to break the scuffle. Yeah, go on before y'all comes in.
Wait. No. Actually, I want to hear you. I'm just gonna talk shit about Ben Davis, and I'm gonna try to get a break for Ben Davis. But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, that'd be a good fight. Okay. 12-year-old John Fury, maybe. But John could see that his son was losing in that press conference, and they're also obviously trying to get the bag. So he's like, look, we need to make this fight worth watching. We need to make this fight such that Dust Up Shakedown is talking about the fact that Darren Till is coming back. Who the hell wants to see Darren Till come back? He, for lack of better wording, he bitched out after he lost his last fight. He's like, oh, I don't know if I can do it anymore. He's gone to boxing. But look at his physique. Did you see him shadow boxing?
Oh,
I shadow box better than that.
With the flu.
So for me, I think John was just trying to make sure this match is something that we'd all want to maybe kind of see. Right. Because at that moment, who was really going to watch that fight? I mean, it's just Tommy Fury versus another MMA fighter. Oh, okay, it's not really that exciting. So I think Darren Till was doing the same thing. He's out of MMA. He said, look, I might never fight again because, I mean, look at him. He's now trying to get his loss back to say, okay, let me get that boxing money and then make a decision about the rest of my career. But, that's all he really seems to be there for me. I like his smack talk because it got us here talking about him. So well done to Darren on that. But other than that, okay, let's see what happens in that fight. Let's see how he gets knocked out by Tommy.
And that's a good point there because, bro, you can take a boxing fight against Tommy. Who the fuck has he ever even knocked down? He, like you said, that's a good point, bro. I think this is his last chance really to get a big bag. His physique was like shit, like you just said. This is probably his last chance to get a big bag against a guy he knows not going to hurt him. Jon, honestly, boys, maybe that's just Jon being Jon and building a fight.
He's the only one that beat Jake Paul today.
Hey, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
He's the only one that beat Jake Paul today.
Yes, sir. But so I could see it makes sense for Till because, like I said too, it's gonna be a 6-round fight probably. It's gonna by the time we get closer to January, we'll probably get a little bit more build on it because who knows the shit that Jon's gonna antagonize from Darren now. I think that y'all really killed that y'all really nailed it on the head. I think he really is just that guy. I think he saw his son losing a press conference. I mean, he did it against Usyk. He fucking headbutted Usyk's corner. I mean, what the fuck? Like, holy shit. This dude is literally just crazy. I think y'all are right. I think that was a bad look on me, and I think he's just a crazy motherfucker.
No, serious. Big up to everybody in the chat right now. Yeah, he's the only one who's the boxer. It's true. He's the only one who's the boxer. He's the only one that got that win on Jake Paul. That isn't 58.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm just reading out what when you go and look at the record, the tail of the tape, what you see on there is what I'm telling you. It's not the tail of the tape don't tell you the last person that fought, whether it was 58, whether it was a wheelchair, whether it was geriatric, whether it's a non-MMA fighter. The tail of the tape don't tell you any of that. It just tells you the numbers. That's what I was trying to say.
But with that said,
yeah, go on.
The one thing I do, just touching on Jake Paul, is, for lack of a better wording, I have a little bit of respect for what he's doing because he said, I could fight a bunch of nobodies in the first 18 fights of my career and then eventually fight the best in the world. As we know, it's very difficult to fight the best in the world in boxing. But with him, he said, no. I'm going to fight big names professionally to get my first 12, 13, 14, 18 fights. And then suddenly he's a ranked fighter. And we say, oh, how did he go from fighting Mike Tyson at 58 and now he's suddenly a ranked fighter? For me, that's actually a very, very good career trajectory in terms of getting to the top. You don't have to fight nobodies to get to the top. Fight somebodies and get to the top. Get your bag all the way through. So for me, I respect that much about what Jake is doing with his boxing career because that's really what it is at this point, is a boxing career. He's just promoting it in a very specific way with very specific fighters.
And for me,
that is a good point, yo.
Getting real boxers paid on his card as well. I don't hate on that. Like the numbers we've been hearing for Serrano versus Taylor, it's crazy. Them numbers are wild, bro. Them numbers are crazy.
What is it?
They're about 50 million.
Oh my god!
Something about 50
for that
million.
Fight, they
50 million views. You know what I mean?
That fight was insane.
Yeah, that fight was 50 million around the world.
And even the whole card, like Bruce Carrington on the first fight of the night, all these legit boxers that he had, they all got a good check too, bro.
Yeah, man. To get all these guys paid, on the card, I think Jake. Look, he's gotten a lot of flack, right? And rightfully so. That's only because of the way he charged in. He came like a bull out of China shop and just started wrecking up the place, right? But it's kind of like stable now, and a lot of, like I said, people say they won't watch this shit, but yet they're gonna pay $2 million each for ringside seat. I swear to you, I kid you not. Like I said, I'll find it and I'll send it to you. That's $2 million each for 2 seats. And you say you don't want to watch this guy, but you do want to see him lose. And that's what's bringing you back. That's that Mayweather thing. You know what I mean? That Mayweather phenomenon. Yeah, you might not want to see him win. You might not like me, but you will tune in to see me lose. And when you see me to see me lose and I win, you're going to want to come back again to see me lose. And he's just going to keep riding with it till somebody really fucking gets hold of him. And I just hope. I mean, this guy signed for PFL and he's done fuck all in PFL, bro. Like, the fuck all.
Francis
PFL,
did 2 boxing fights and then came back and did an MMA fight. By the time Jake Paul hasn't done shit for them. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? And then real quick, boys, on Jake Paul before we get off this. It is crazy, right? Like watching him go from Ben Askren to Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz, and now he just fucking fought Mike Tyson. Like, fucking it's been a while, 3 or 4 years, bro, to watch this shit. But I don't know what honestly is next for him. And honestly, bro, every time we talk about Jake Paul, I really do think one day him and Conor McGregor will happen. I think that shit will happen one day, boys. But
yeah,
that's what
it probably would. Yeah, it probably would. It probably would. And yeah, thank you to everybody that stayed with us tonight, man. Salute to every single one of you. You lot have been excellent. And thank you to my boys over here, Sterling and Yao, kick him in the head. Salute to you, my bro. I mean, when you look at this last this comment here, and I'm going to end it with this last comment here. Jake Paul was in a lose-lose situation. If you lost to Tyson, they say you lost to an old 50-year-old that had pneumonia. If you beat Tyson, they say you beat up an old man that had pneumonia. So he was in a lose-lose already. Just get your money, get the hell out of there. You know what I mean? And that's what he did. But big up to everybody that stayed with us. Come back and join us on Friday, where we're going to do our prediction show. And yeah, we're going to be coming around now to do our prediction show on that one. And yeah, make sure you're checking out Yao. Make sure you're checking out Sterling, S-Dogs MMA Talk, Head Kick Pod, Making the Walk, Crossover, MMA Anomaly, the Rambling That Podcast, all those guys. Make sure you're checking them out, man. And people,
kick him in the head.
Big love for joining us this week. And yeah, up onto the next card. Hasta la vista. We're out. Salute.
Yo, guys, this is Adrian Yanez telling you to use those handles. Hit, click, like, and subscribe. Fuck yeah, dude.